Welcome to Get to the Point. I'm your host, Jessica Spahn, and I'm excited today to bring you a show highlighting the importance of recreation and community, brought to you by the Keller Point. Join us each episode and be inspired as we bring you conversations with community leaders who share their experiences, expertise, and explore the role that recreation plays in sustaining well-being and success. What are we waiting for? Let's get to the point. Welcome to Get to the Point. I'm your host, Jessica Spahn, and this is going to be at least the third best episode we have ever had to date. So basically, I have this amazing Keller resident on who has businesses in Keller and super fun. So let's meet our guest for today, Chuck Mahoney.
Hello. Hi. That was such a celebration.
I love the energy level you're bringing.
That was great. No, that was
I think we're both
awesome.
up here, like literally sitting up and have the
For anybody who's not
up.
paying attention, I know we talked about it before, but
slouching.
At least the third best
At
episode.
least the third best episode.
Of all three that you've
episode
done.
number 3.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, welcome. Thank you for being on the show.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
So
Look
he's
forward
the
to it.
owner of Empire Toys, among other things. Do you have a preference about what you'd like to speak to first? Because I know he also has his own podcast, so he just likes to jump around like I do. We'll just squirrel a bit.
Well, Empire's awesome, and we should absolutely talk about it.
Okay.
It is a vintage toy store in Keller.
Yes. Old Town Keller.
Yeah, Old Town Keller.
Mm-hmm.
We are almost. No, we're right at 3 years old, actually.
Woo, yeah, I was at your anniversary.
1 month ago is 3 years.
I came out
in business as Empire Toys.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you
I
for being
did.
there. You
Absolutely.
got to see the bus also.
Yes.
So we have Main Street Retro as well, which is
so cool.
A new venture we're trying out. It's a concept.
I love it.
But it's pretty cool.
And we'll have to throw a picture on there about
that.
Oh
yeah. We'll talk about that also. But yeah, Empire's great.
Toys.
Started on a whim. A friend that
bet you something, or
so
what kind of whim?
I had too many old toys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, had totes of old toys.
Makes sense.
So I was trying to keep it brief.
Yeah.
But I was at a restaurant in Keller with my son right after a soccer game. I coached a soccer team.
Okay.
We were at a restaurant. We were eating wings. And I look outside, and I was talking to my friend Matt, who I've known since high school.
Right.
Matt Hauk, who owns Empire with me.
Okay.
And Main Street as well. Anyway, so I'm on the phone with him, and we had been talking about for only a couple of weeks.
Setting up a play date.
Hey, it'd be kind of cool. Hey, it'd be kind of cool to open a toy store. He was super into it. My background is sales and marketing and stuff like that. I just like to nerd out on things like Marvel stuff and Ninja Turtles and those kinds of things.
Nerding out and making money is kind of ideal.
Best of both worlds.
Exactly.
So I'm sitting there, we're talking about it, and happened to look up and see that a spot was for lease. And he was like, hey, should we try it? And 2 days later, we signed papers, and 2 weeks later, we opened.
Oh my goodness.
We were like, let's just see what happens. So I'm doing something else. Matt at that point was a high school teacher and a hockey coach. And
I cannot see that, but I can see the second.
He was an art teacher.
Okay.
So he's the creative.
I can
he
see
with
that.
his beard.
I can see that. Yes.
But yeah, so we were like, let's give it a shot and see what happens. And we did. We brought in all of our old toys. I've been collecting Funko Pops for way too long, admittedly. And so we used a bunch of that and stocked the store, bought 2 collections from friends, and just opened.
Okay.
And then fast forward now, 3 years later, I mean, it's huge.
Thriving.
It's huge.
You guys have moved locations. I know that much.
Yeah. So we grew.
You were where
much.
Printed Threads had formerly been.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
So Printed Threads was above.
Which they are awesome. That's who does my hats.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Printed Threads.
I love that.
So if you look at the Empire shirt that we have, a plastic habit shirt that glows in the dark, Printed Threads did that for us. It's awesome.
Okay.
If you go to our Instagram, you can actually watch the video of how they made it.
Oh,
it's
cool.
Really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were upstairs, which, first of all, if you're going to open a business, especially one...
Be on the ground level.
Oh my gosh.
Be visible.
It's really cool, but like there's no elevator, there's nothing like that. And it was exhausting. So our thing was like, hey, you have to work out. Oh, you have to work out. You have to work out to be able to come and shop for toys.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, and
it's a
Texas,
lifestyle.
you're going to sweat no matter what.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we came upstairs and we set up, we had different rooms, set them all up, and did as much as we could with the space, and really within a year and a half completely outgrew it.
Yeah, so now you're right in old Keller, I guess, right off Main.
So we were in Old Town. Technically now we're just outside of Old Town in Keller.
Yeah, you're right there.
We're in Bear Creek Plaza, which is right down the street. It's
still
right
old.
There.
It's on the same street.
There's a bear next to us.
That does help find
Yeah, and it wears an Empire Toy shirt.
Oh, nice.
Look for it.
So so the Funko thing.
Yeah.
What the heck is up with that? Because my sister gave me the whole I guess cast of Arrested Development back in maybe 2015, 2014.
Okay.
And
do you have the blue Tobias by any chance?
So I don't actually know which ones I have at this point because I don't know where I put them. However, I went to the Austin Film Festival in 2016 and I saw that Tony Hale was going to be on a panel.
Okay.
So I found his doll, and I called it a doll back then. I didn't know what it was because to me, it was just a thing.
Yeah.
So I had brought it down to that, and I had a little Sharpie in my hand. And when I met him, I had my Sharpie on the doll, and he turns around and just starts laughing at me, and I'm like, "Will you sign my doll?" And he signs his signature. And so it's the Army doll. So I have it in like one of those little baseball, like those little. Clear, like I have it like, it's like a
shadow box.
Yeah, it's so cool to me because I love Tony Hale and he signed my Army doll. So so I didn't know that it was a big thing and it's still going on. So talk more about that.
So I didn't know that you had like the whole. So if
I do somewhere, I gotta find them.
So Funko's like you go out and you buy, and they're $10 to $12. Can I make some more money on that? That's I mean you can. $10 to $12 is usually the average price. Let's get exclusive things like that. The Tobias one, just for instance, there's a blue Tobias Chase from that Arrested Development set.
I have all of them somewhere.
It's worth like $200.
Well, I need to get my diabetic cat medication. So maybe I should start going through some of my old boxes. Turn that in for my insulin. Cat insulin.
Yeah. So Funko's been around since '98.
Oh, really?
Huge company. They've been doing a lot of stuff, but they weren't super popular. They hadn't quite found their niche.
They waited for us to get older first.
That's exactly what it was. So 2012, they started doing Funko Pops. I mean, really 2010.
Okay.
But 2012 is when they kind of started to take off. I got my first one in 2014, and I was like, this is kind of cool. I got a random Deadpool. I'm a huge Deadpool fan. Been a Deadpool fan since '92 before it was cool.
Okay.
But I got my first Deadpool. I was like, I kind of like that. So I just started randomly collecting them. But they started getting so many licensing deals more than any other toy company.
So it's like the Beanie Baby Part 2?
So a lot. Okay. All right. Let's
wait, you're passionate about this. Yeah.
Okay. So all right. So Funko themselves got all these licensing deals. The thing that Beanie Baby never had, they did license deals, but it was like they had a lion and they called it Cliff, and it was for some guy named Cliff.
Oh,
it didn't look like him. It was the likeness thing that really did it for Funko.
So they're thriving right now. And you mentioned that you have more than one autographed, or do you find?
Oh yeah. Okay. So I have a bunch autographed. So I have a Deadpool that's autographed by Ryan Reynolds, which I love. Which
did you get a picture with him as well?
No.
Come on. I mean, when Tony Hale did mine, I got a photo. He was so gracious.
I have one signed by Michael Rooker, who played Yondu in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I have a picture of me getting that signed by him.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay.
I have one signed by Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger from Power Rangers. Steve Cardenas, the Red Ranger. A good handful
you're a bit of a
people.
Nerd. I gotcha.
I mean, like a little bit. The thing is, though, like they took
nerds make money
off. I don't know if you know this. It was like 2 weeks ago.
I saw
Funko's,
your post.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah, because I've been following you ever since the mayor posted that you guys had that he was on your show back months ago. You guys have been on my radar, so I've been trying to find out who you are because now you're here and I want to know what you're about.
And Funko's been like the big push for a lot of that.
I've noticed that. So fascinating.
Yeah, and granted, I mean, it's a huge market. Again, Empire itself though is vintage. If you come in, we have 5 gigantic glass cases on one wall that have
that you just put in
old toy, 70s, 80s, 90s. You're gonna come in, you're gonna catch a full nostalgic vibe, and then you can collect the new age nerd stuff like the Funko things. But it's great because kind of tying it back to Keller and community and all that kind of stuff. When we first opened, one of the coolest things was grandparents would come in, and parents would come in with their kids.
Yeah.
And you'd watch them come in, and normally parents go into a toy store with kids and they do this. And they wait for them to finish getting whatever it is they want to get. Yeah. And they walk out with whatever that new thing is at Target or Walmart or
that
Toys R Us when
it's
still around. Right. So there was nothing like what we are in Keller.
Right.
That's why we decided, like, hey, let's give this a shot. But parents would come in with their kids, and you'd watch them walk in, and a lot of them you could tell because we just opened, they had no idea what to expect. And it still happens now. Had no idea what to expect. And parents walk in and
you
they
need
go...
like a camera to capture that face.
They would literally do this.
Like they're a kid again?
And they would hit it. Yo, come look at this. Come look at this. And they'd sit down. We would have people, we would have grown adults sit down on the floor in the toy store and start telling their kid about when they got that Ninja Turtle, when they got that G.I. Joe, and just watching that experience, watching them talk with their kid and have something to legitimately relate to and over. It's fantastic. Like there's no other feeling like it. So I do a handful of different things and I have for years. There's nothing that I have done yet that has been more rewarding than Empire in a lot of ways. We do a bunch of other stuff.
And I love the way that you're just talking about how the family ties in really well right there. Because I know with the mayor's ambitious goals to make Keller the most family-friendly city in the world, I think it was. No, I keep adding on every time I say it. But yeah, so he had that picture with you, and that's how I met you, I guess, through that.
Well, you know, and not to what's the word? Not to inflate any egos. I love Armin.
Oh yeah, he's amazing.
Like such a good guy. We had a couple of small struggles when we were trying to shift from old Empire
to the new
Empire. And no joke, we made it through the pandemic just fine. But it was that part, it was the actual moving where we almost lost it. There were a handful of issues where we almost couldn't do it. And the only reason we ended up being able to open was because Armin helped us. It was pretty great.
That's awesome.
Really, really good dude. We're legit in his debt. And so we're on a new Amazon TV show, A Toy Store Near You.
Okay.
And he is going to be in our episode. We had him come in, talk
You only
for a
have
few
one
minutes.
episode?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're going to get another, right?
We better. We better get a whole show. Look at this.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on.
It's so much. I mean,
give it to me.
And then you get to represent Keller outside of Keller, which is the best because Keller is such an amazing community. And
really is.
We were talking before the show about the Keller Point, because obviously, you know, I'm passionate about that being the person who does the marketing for them.
Yep.
And them being the ones who provide the show for me to host. I'm in their debt. So we were talking.
Good job,
I know, thanks.
Love it.
Thank you.
So good. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I know. Okay, enough about me. Let's keep it going. I'm just kidding. So we were talking about how the summer is coming, which is obvious to anyone who's in Texas at all. And that
summer's here.
Summer's here. And the outdoor pool is opening on the weekend.
The outdoor pool.
The outdoor pool.
For anybody who follows anything that you do on social.
Pool.
Outdoor.
It's so exciting. Oh my gosh, it's the best ever. Outdoor pool. So we were talking about that, and you were mentioning an experience that you had with your son and some sort of mystery shrouded
and I haven't told you the story yet.
Snow cone. I know, you left me hanging.
So, so I've lived in Keller. So I moved here from New York at a super young age. So I've been in the Keller area for decades at this point. Really long,
so maybe
long time before any of this stuff was here. Like when Keller was
before Empire Toys existed.
Now it's the only reason. We knew when we were in Keller. When I first moved here, we knew when we were in Keller because of the water tower. That was the only way that we knew when we were in Keller, and we didn't know when we left Keller. That's how small Keller was when I first moved here. But years ago, probably 7 years ago, I guess 6-7 years ago, went to Keller Point with my son. We go all the time, but went with my son, who at that point was like 5 years old, ish, and hanging out, just doing stuff at the outdoor pool. But we were hanging out, we're walking around, and he wanted food. We got food, and they were doing snow cones. He's like, I want a snow cone.
Of course.
It's like, cool. So for context of the story, I wear a lot of black. I was wearing black board shorts.
Now. Yeah, so that's fair.
So he gets his blue.
I was gonna guess what color. Blue.
My bad. Sorry. Yeah, he got his.
Love blue.
I don't know what his deal is.
They want to
so
stain everything.
You know, it looked like he was making out with a Smurf for sure.
It's the fun part about being a kid.
He got through half of it, and obviously we're outside. It's summer. It's Texas.
Oh, was it like
just
running
all
through
juice,
the bottom?
Right?
Oh. Was it leaking?
He's 5, so he's like, yeah. So the whole thing, I didn't realize though, because I'm in a swimsuit, it's all over me. Nice. So I have blue stuff all over my shorts.
Nice. Okay.
Great. Got that?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Great. So I get in the outdoor pool with my son, not knowing that happened.
Let me guess. Those rumors back in the day where they say
there's that whole thing. Coincidentally, we were talking about grown-ups earlier. You've seen grown-ups, right?
Yes,
and there's like the ha where they get in the pool.
There's that rumor.
I get in the pool and there's just blue just freaking making its way off the front of my. It was and I'm sitting there, Mike.
Did the lifeguards call an alert or anything?
We're in the little pool.
Code yellow, blue.
And so I just start doing this in the water, trying to get the blue to go away.
It's just like
it's
just added that makes it look more authentic. The blue color in the water, right?
Yeah, 100%. It's not Mount Asia. It looked like I peed. No, it was awesome. Luckily, there is nothing that embarrasses me.
Except for maybe that?
No, I just leaned back a little bit. One of the lifeguards, I mean,
they didn't
16,
call like a yellow,
yellow. No, I guess because that's not a real thing with the water turning blue, and so it was like there's something blue. It's not.
But it could be a real thing. I mean, you can make anything a real thing. I
did get this
look from
a few parents, from a few people that were walking by. But yeah, that's my fondest Keller
They thought
Point
it was a. They
memory.
thought it was a thing.
Yeah. If you see any blue stains in the pool when you go to
Keller
Chuck
Point, was there.
Yeah,
it
was me
was there.
marking my territory on accident. Yeah.
Well, I'm super excited about the pool opening. Hopefully there'll be no blue incidents in the water.
We'll make it out. We'll reenact it though.
We could do that.
Post it on socials and make it a whole thing.
Absolutely, because there wasn't social media. How long ago was that?
There was definitely social media.
There was social media. Okay. I mean, I feel like sometimes. So one of the things we talk about in our show though is communication styles. And
sure.
Like going back in the day, I always like to ask, kind of like when you were in high school or that age range, like how was it for you with communicating? What were you guys using?
With each other?
It wasn't Morse code yet. I mean, it's past that.
So our favorite form of communication, do you remember when you could make the little origami envelopes that would have the thing that you could pull out to pass a note to your friend? Favorite form of communication.
Okay.
My friends had cell phones. I didn't have a cell phone.
Okay.
And it was $1 to send a picture text at that point. It was
you
a
were
buck a
ahead.
picture.
That was kind of so my cell phones didn't even have the ability to do pictures.
Okay, yeah, that was my I think it was my senior year of high school, I believe, is when they were like, "Oh, you said MMS," and I was like, "I don't know what that means." And I'm watching all my friends do it, and I don't even have a cell phone.
So cool.
My friend would get mad at me all the time, so I'd be like, "Hey, let me send a text message real quick," and then I call my mom, and he's like, "Hey, stop calling your mom from my phone. Wait till after 9." And just
because you had your minutes, you had your favorite 5
free nights and weekends. You're the worst friend ever. So like, I mean that and MySpace was really a thing at that point. Everybody was like, Facebook sounds ridiculous.
I know, that's ugly. For old people.
Like, you don't even have a top 8? What's wrong with you?
And then where's the music?
Where's the music?
Come on, how's the background?
The fact that I can't have the Matrix doing its thing like this. Yeah.
It's so like business-like. And now it's kind of still kind of in its same category that it was though, with the whole like, it's more professional, I think. And then we still now we've got the fun.
The difference, I think, with is in terms of that, social media wise, right? Is back then we still needed reunions, like a high school reunion. We still needed a 10, 20 years.
Now it's depressing.
What do we need a reunion
I went to the 20th a few years ago, stayed for like 10 minutes and was like, okay, I know everybody I want to know.
My 20-year high school reunion is in like a couple of weeks. And I'm like, guys, I just saw you on Thursday.
Yeah, and the other people, it's just really awkward. It's super, you don't know who they are.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't follow them or you didn't know them in the first place, it's just super weird. It's like, I literally was like, I'd rather go hang out with people who know me. This is just awkward.
Yep.
Like, bye.
Just get to the point. Okay,
I mean, we're going to get to the point later.
The best goes,
You're jumping the gun on that.
Dang.
I know.
But it was, I mean, that was really it. MySpace was kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Cell phones were kind of
so back to social media.
Yeah.
Are you guys utilizing TikTok yet? Because so we haven't gone there yet. The Keller Point hasn't. I did go ahead and grab the handle for the what if in the future, because I'm really big about like making sure you lock down everything potentially necessary.
Yeah.
For marketing and branding. I don't know exactly how that would look for something like us.
Right.
Like we've had discussions about maybe, and then I don't know, since it's under the city, so I don't know how this would work. Maybe having like the lifeguards could do some fun videos or whatever, but then having the control over it since it's city, I don't know. But are you guys looking into that? Do you utilize TikTok yet?
We utilize Reels.
Okay, you do.
More
I
so
do.
than
I see
TikTok.
that on your Instagram. I do the reels as well.
So Reels is great for the advertising, and TikTok's great also, don't get me wrong.
And you get so much reach outside of your followers.
Right.
A lot of it's non-followers.
Yep.
So it helps drive people to your page.
I'm a huge, you probably heard like the and or, right? I'm a huge fan of and instead of or. So it's not like we do Reels.
Well, it's like
and or TikTok. Yeah, it's like we do Reels and we'll do TikTok. We do have a TikTok.
Okay.
I've used it so I do all of our social media stuff.
Yeah.
Completely.
I see you tag me on it a lot. Thank you for that.
I do.
That way I don't miss anything.
I
mean, I'm going to do the same to you.
Every time we get a cat toy, I'm like, hey.
Thank you.
Not like for a cat, literally. Like
for me.
Yeah, like a themed cat toy. So I do all of our social stuff. And like TikTok, we have a lot of things that would make sense for TikTok, but I haven't quite figured out what I want to be.
Well, you guys seem funny enough that you could absolutely get away with a lot.
I think I'm
have
funny.
A little bit more of limitations on being with what I'm representing.
Right,
you guys
right,
get
I do whatever
wilder.
I want. 100%. Yeah, we're a little edgy.
I'm like, I have to
I should say that. If you do, so every other Wednesday night.
To be clear. Tell me about that. What happens?
We go live for 4 to 6 hours every other Wednesday night. It's only a Funko auction.
And you drink your water.
And I drink my liquid death.
That's excellent water.
I wear my freestyle watch.
Exactly.
Sometimes I will wear my Shady Rays.
You're all about the affiliates.
But also, I do need to take a drink.
You do need some water.
I really do.
I was noticing you seem parched, so I just wanted to make sure that you rep properly.
But no, so we have this auction that we actually only started it because of COVID.
Okay.
We were like, we got to do something to figure out how to,
keep the energy
going.
up and people engaged.
Well, that took us from selling about 40% Funko being our business
to like 80,
85%.
Wow. Yeah, I've seen your stores a lot.
huge Funko business for us. Anyway, so we start the auction and it just keeps going. So now we actually do it in seasons.
Okay.
And there's episode names and numbers and all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
So it's like a half podcast, half auction. Really, people hang out with us. We've got a bunch of like fan art that's been sent in to it, like some good art. There's posters everywhere. So it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Our mascot is Naked Rambo.
Okay. I saw your post.
Yeah, which makes perfect sense when it's explained, which I will very briefly explain it here in a second. So that way it's not weird when I put Naked Rambo on the table.
Okay. Can we see him?
So
there we go.
Yeah, there you go. Bang.
Rambo!
It's our Naked Rambo. It's a bootleg Rambo doll from the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't a licensed product. It was some like when you go to a dollar store and they have like the off-brand things.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what it is.
That's an off-brand
from the
Rambo.
80s. Yeah. Anyway, so
I liked your accent that you were using.
It's my.
Do you want to bring it out at all? Or?
I don't know that I.
No, that's okay.
Look at his face.
Maybe
not punchy.
He could do
he could totally lift. He could hit it.
What are you waiting for? You gotta do that.
What are you waiting for? It's so bad.
You gotta finish it.
I like to make it as dramatic as humanly possible.
Come on. What are you waiting for?
When you say it, it sounds like you're throwing up. What? You're thinking about the cat thing again.
I got the hairball. Sorry, guys. Too many brands happening at once. But here we go. Let's make sure we get that right.
Sorry, yeah.
He's repping.
Literally.
You gotta rep. You gotta rep, man. Tell us about this.
So we do this auction, okay? So we do the auction.
Okay.
We go live 4 to 6 hours. I talk way too much, as you can probably tell.
I mean, it's good though.
So I talk a lot during it for a bunch of stuff. Until 9 p.m., it's totally family friendly for the most part. We have a button that says linguaje, just in case anything ridiculous happens. For the most part, we're good.
Okay.
After 9 o'clock, if you have kids,
put them in bed.
We get people send us pictures all the time of them like watching with their kid. Like they'll put it up on the TV.
Yeah.
We have a lot of friends and people in other states that will put it up in their bars. A lot of bartenders.
Oh, nice.
They put it up on the TVs in the bars.
Awesome.
And so people will drink and watch the auctions. So much fun.
Yeah.
But it gets a little bit edgy.
Yeah. Edgy evening.
Yeah.
Edgy adult
We're not your grandpappy's toy store.
There you go.
Is what we say.
Which is great though, because I mean, I think as we age, we're not.
You don't look a day over 20.
We're not there yet. Oh, thank you.
Killing it.
We're not there
you look
yet.
Look like you just used MySpace yesterday. So way to go.
I mean, I feel like it.
That's...
Yeah, thank you so much. So okay, wait. So the bus. I wanted to talk more about that because I do really want to make sure that once Keller Point has this massive event coming soon to be determined.
Sure.
When the indoor water portion of the point
yes
is ready,
a thing,
beautiful again,
yeah.
water's in it, it's open, it's exciting, everything's functioning post-COVID, and we're super happy about all of it.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna throw a massive bash, and we're gonna have like a ribbon cutting, and everybody's coming out with their everything. You're gonna come out.
Parties.
You're gonna come out with your
yeah.
bus, and it's gonna be a huge thing. So I want people to know what they're getting into before
Absolutely.
that happens.
Yeah.
Because I came out and enjoyed that. I got some Outcast swag,
yep.
repping the '90s band, you know, because I'm a '90s girl.
Sure.
So tell people more about what that's about.
So our thing is like, let's come up with these ideas of stuff that we don't see,
right?
Or don't see locally, or something we've seen somewhere else, want to put our little spin on it. So no toy store in Keller, nothing like what this is. Let's do it. So we did it. So there's no skate shops. There's no record stores. There's no like standard swag shops in Keller when it comes to things like an OG Outcast shirt or punk bands, you know, things like that. And catching a lot of those, you know, like Aquabats. Like you're not going to see an Aquabats t-shirt anywhere. I don't care where you go. So we had this idea of what if we buy just a bus, buy a whole bus, and rip it apart on the inside. Spray paint the heck out of it. So Matt, with his background, Matt did that freehand.
It looks amazing.
He did it freehand. We both spray painted the inside, mostly him. We both spray painted the inside, tagged the whole thing so it looks like Subway style tagging all over the inside.
You brought your New York to Keller.
Yeah, 100%. And so it is Main Street retro. So we've got records. You walk the bus, and it's a legit store. And
I got the shirt.
Yeah, and you've got records on one side. We sell skateboards and skate decks, artsy decks, regular decks, longboards, all that kind of stuff.
I feel like you need to get into a little bit more of the roller skates side of things, only because I've recently started doing roller skating.
Are you a quad skater though?
Of course
I
have rollerblades.
How did that come back?
Because I don't know, but I have rollerblades because from when I was young that was a thing, and I went to skate parks because I didn't know where I fit in. And
I didn't know how to. The last time I had quad skates, they were Fisher Price. That was the last time that I had those. I got them for Christmas in like 1988, and they were like orange and blue, and they fit over my shoes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say my parents gifted me the kind, and kids, you have no idea what I'm about to talk about.
On top of
they were the kind that were metal, and you could adjust the size to fit your foot, so you never had to buy a new pair.
What was Abraham Lincoln like?
He was a cool dude, man. But like, and you get out on the street and you'd be like, because they didn't roll, they like. And you were literally walking with a little bit of style. Yeah. So, thankfully no one has brought those back, but they are bringing roller skates back.
I've seen that a lot.
It's a big thing. The pop-up skating places.
But it's different, okay?
And it's cooler.
Because see people like you and they're out there and they're like, you know, playing the what's the name of the band? With the cranberry juice band. Why can't I think of it?
Juice band?
Yeah, the guy and he did
juice band?
No, what's the dude on the skateboard with the why can't I think of their
no idea.
Stevie Nicks. What band was she in?
I don't know.
What band was Stevie Nicks in?
I mean, I don't know. Who cares?
Oh man,
moving on.
This is one of those moments.
It's gonna be.
I love it.
At the very end, you're gonna remember it.
What? Hey,
Fleetwood Mac.
I own a record store, and I couldn't think of Fleetwood Mac.
Fail. Oh, you need to walk your bus a little bit more, man.
I'm telling you. Yeah, but like I see like
it's cool now.
Ladies and girls all the time
on
their quad skates playing that music and skating all cool and making it all
because we
whatever.
are cool.
Right. What does that have to do with me? I need rollerblades.
Okay.
I need K2 inline skates so I can get out here and grind.
If you want to get more profit, bring some of that in there because it's a thing.
Maybe we'll do some skating. We do hats, snapbacks. I'm all about the snapback life.
Me too.
We do snapbacks.
I'm all about the trucker hat.
Vintage hats.
Ooh, I know.
Yeah, looking for like old 80s, 90s hats.
I'm thinking when you bring the bus, so that's why I'm saying maybe get some of the roller skate things because maybe, and this is just a maybe. I like to brainstorm.
Sure.
Maybe we could do maybe part of the parking lot could be like a roller skate, like a skate
the lot.
Yeah, something just like a pop up that same day because it's gonna be like a pack the pool.
I was gonna say Keller Point's got a heck of a
parking lot. It's gonna be like a
re-grand
all opening. Yeah, we got the little probably the dog park area. But so I'm brainstorming. Sure. But anyways, this will be fun. We're gonna make a big deal out of it.
We should talk about that.
Oh, we're gonna storm some brains. But I feel like I feel like, do we want to do something else before we wrapped up? I felt like there was something else we wanted to chat about prior to. Or did we already chat about everything?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I like the high picture talking.
Hey, if
I feel like there was something. Okay, guys. So here's the thing. Since this is the third best podcast ever.
Sure.
I'm learning, and I wanted to make sure I gave you an opportunity to tell people how to find you.
Who the heck am I?
Where's your stuff? Because I haven't been closing with that. And since you're on site and you know where to go, would you please tell our audience where to follow, where to find you without being creepy? Don't make them stalk you. Like, don't give them your home address.
All right, give me the camera.
Don't give them your home address necessarily.
Hi, everyone. This is Chuck Mahoney, Keller resident, Keller enthusiast. Something, Keller Point.
Yeah, absolutely throw Keller.
You can follow my personal, very boring socials at Chuck the Closer on literally everything. Chuck the Closer is my thing.
You got the same name. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been
that's
for
impressive.
a really long time.
I couldn't on one thing.
If you need any help on sales, marketing, advertising,
but not branding, apparently.
I'll hook you up with somebody else. Not branding, man. I'm just not good at that.
Brands are the best.
We'll
team up for some
stuff. I'm all about that organic marketing, like we said.
Absolutely.
Because
we want real
I actually
followers.
do, like my day job is showing small businesses how to market and push their business and work with their salespeople from all angles for how to lift their business and get out there more and get in without actually spending anything.
Which is why I'm excited that you are coming to the chamber new member lunch, even though you're not a new member, but you're getting reacclimated to the chamber, because that is also an amazing way.
I'm an old member that just exists.
Like
the old man that sits in the corner of my rocking chair.
There's so much ability to just in the community, just even then, and then helping
the chamber's
people.
Great. Really. I mean, like, there's so many people involved and really good businesses, and you find out a lot of people you didn't know were involved, or businesses you didn't know were involved or exist.
Exactly.
So
and now because people didn't quite know about you, some of them, and I was like, that's why I'm like, man, you got to get back out there. I'm listening. They need to know you.
But yeah.
Where do we find you?
At Chuck the Closer on everything. Okay. Empire Toys is on Facebook is at Empire Toys.
Okay.
On Instagram, because Instagram is at _Empire_Toys because Main Street Retro, Main ST Retro on everything. So nice. Main ST. Retro. So it looks like Main Stretro. Main Stretro.
Love it.
Main Street Retro is on the socials. Main Street Retro is a pop-up.
Okay.
So
Empire's
always active.
You'll be posting on your Facebook or where? When it's going to happen?
So Main Street will always post right before we do things. I don't know if you've seen the movie Chef, but we're kind of going with...
Oh, yes, I love that.
Okay, yeah. So we're going with that chef thing where it's we're only going to be posting when we're operating, we'll put where we're going to be, and then promote whatever event we're going to be at and do it that way. So we'll start popping up at like the Keller Farmers Market and some of the other things
Which is a great place to support the local businesses.
Yeah. Also, if you don't live in Keller and you see this, bring your tush to Keller.
Yeah, exactly. Good job.
Good job.
So we have, I know, so much success today.
I'm telling you. But follow all the things. Again, if you're bored, you want to follow me, go for it. I love Adidas and Liquid Death Water and watches, and that's pretty much all you're going to see on my stuff. It's ridiculous.
Well, hold on. Wait, you love that, but you also love snapback hats, right?
I do love snapback hats.
I've got one for you.
Ooh,
I've got a gift that this way you can represent as a snapback, and of course, it's printed threads. I'm a huge fan of.
Let's see.
Let's switch it out. Let's switch that out.
Ridiculous right now.
Switch it out. What do we think of the color? Ooh, it looks nice with the black.
Thoughts?
Reppin'. I love it. No one can see the brand, but they can see it behind you.
I can turn around.
I mean, you can.
We can do the rest of it like this.
Just like, let's finish. Well, it's gonna be hard to do the wrap up though. Oh, that could be an interesting.
I did bring you an Empire Toys shirt as well, just so
I'm all about like repping it.
And then because I'm fully prepared for things,
prepared.
Are
you prepared?
Coincidentally, yeah. So
okay, let's see what this looks like on. Okay. We're repping each other's brands.
Love
Here we go in the blues.
It looks great.
Oh my gosh, this is
like
perfect.
It was meant to be.
This might be the third best podcast for the entire run of the show, which will be years and years and years and years and years.
It's literally going to run
forever. As long as
forever.
the Keller people keep me employed. I'm going to keep this show
Just keep
going.
doing it. This is gonna run longer than The Simpsons.
I mean,
okay,
that's my goal.
Yeah, this is gonna.
I'll be like coming in with my walker. Like,
This is gonna
"You
keep
guys
going
remember
until MySpace is cool again. Like,
Yeah.
you're just gonna go
Ooh,
full
hey,
circle.
I was here when it started.
I was at a random store the other day.
A random store.
And I knew that I was coming here, and so I was like, I'm gonna bring her something
Yay!
ridiculous. So,
I love ridiculous. Oh my
so
god!
you-
And I love coffee. So
Yeah,
how do we
talk
show
about
this
coffee and
closer?
cat
It's a cappuccino pin. Is it a pin? It is a pin.
Yeah.
Little things in life make me so happy, man.
Well, good.
I
'Cause
am
it's really little.
Oh, let's not go there with my jokes. I had a thought that I did not vocalize. This is adorable.
You can come on ours and you can.
Oh
make all
yeah,
those
we're gonna
jokes.
get in some trouble on this show. I won't. I'll come with my cat.
It
friend.
looks great.
Meow.
That's-
I love it. Okay, so wait, we're gonna wrap up the show with the way.
I'm gonna mess it up.
No, you're not. So we're gonna look here, and we're
Okay.
gonna go. Okay, we're gonna go. What are you? We're gonna. You do it. With
Am I
me.
doing it now?
Yeah,
Oh,
do
you
it.
said we're gonna, and then
Okay.
all right.
Okay. Then now,
What are you waiting for?
Now point at this camera. Get to the point. You gotta say it.
Get to the. Can I do it like Macho Man?
Do it however you want to do it.
Is that an option?
Yeah.
Can we just real
Do
quick?
it all, however you want to do it. Ready?
Oh, I was born ready. Okay.
Let's
all right.
wrap this thing. Woo, woo.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
brother. If you're in Keller and you're feeling bored on a Saturday, there's only one thing to do, brother. Because the cream rises to the top and so does the blueberry ice pop sometimes.
Okay.
You gotta get to the point, brother.